welcome. I am Nicole Arrington coming to you from Helena, Montana with Big Sky Cards. And I have a fun pop-up box card to make with you. And I'm going to fill my little box with these lovely daisies. And I was going to use the old Daisy Lane stamp sets. So we'll go ahead and get started. Just kind of set some things aside. And I have a piece of basic white card. Well, not basic white cardstock. I have a piece of, this is just Jade, but you can pick whatever color you want. And I'm going to score it at half an inch, 2.5, 4.5. I normally do 2, 4, 6, 8. And that's probably what I put on my instructions, but I'm having a problem doing that. So I have to turn this around because I just don't have the workspace area. And this is, so normally I would feed in and do 2, 4, 6, 8. And that'll take care of that half inch. Now that these score marks are on this side, I'm going to flip this over. And I'm going to score this on the, little piece of cardstock left over in there. That is problematic. I'm going to score on the 2 3/4 mark. Okay, you can use your cutter, but when I'm making a number of these cards, I find it just quicker to pull out a set of scissors, and I have a steady enough hand that I will just cut down to that 2 3/4 mark, to the halfway point, basically, on those 2-inch score marks. Alright, and for this little half-inch piece here, I'm going to cut it on about a 45-degree angle to cut that little piece off, because it's unrequired for this card. Alright, then once I have all those cut, I am going to score all these little lines. I do these two, and then this one. And then I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to bend these backwards. I'm going to ignore that first one because it's going to be my little popped one. So, go like that. Okay, now I'm going to grab the glue. And on that little half-inch tab, I'm going to put some glue down. Ooh. Alright, so something slightly off on my... And I'll just mesh it down. So I didn't do a very good job here. But we like... Oh my goodness. Yeah. Okay, so we like our box to go back and forth like so. Okay, and I'm going to just pull down these 3 tabs. Right now my box is very flimsy, can go any direction you want or not want, as the case may be. So I'm just going to kind of set that aside and I'm going to let that dry. Make sure that glue sets really nicely. Now I have a piece, let's see, oh good, nope I didn't. Okay, so I have to cut off a half inch. I've got a piece of 3/4 inch cardstock, 2 3/4 by 8 inches, and I am going to score on the half-inch mark. Then I'm going to go to 2.5, 3, 5, 5.5, and then 7.5. Again, don't have the space to pull out my little arm here under the guise of the camera, so I am just going to do that accordingly. Alright, so now this is what's going to kind of allow me to build onto my box. So I am going to take this and I'm going to fold this first 1/2 inch piece that way. Then I'm going to flip it over and then I'm going to do 2 folds going the same direction. It's kind of accordion-like folding, except you do 2. Now that I've done 2, I'm going to flip it over and do 2 more the other direction. So the same direction as my first one. Okay, and then this one I'm flipping over and it's going to go back in the opposite direction. And so if you look at it like this way, it should kind of do your zigzags going on and in and out of those. Now this goes inside my box, so what I'm going to do is I am going to take my liquid glue. So runners are okay if they are runners that you can move about a little bit. You don't want anything to fuse really fast. Okay? And so that first little corner, it kind of goes here. And that second one, it goes here. And then those, we kind of position them a little bit. But the other thing is we close this up and it takes care of that. So you just kind of rock it back and forth. Well, look at that. I'm telling you, this is how it works. And then I get a big old mistake. All right. See, this is why you want liquid glue. I've not had this problem very often. And of course it's the time I am trying to do a video. So I'll probably have to re-glue, but yeah, I will have to re-glue because my glue's dried up. But, so what I've... Alright, so some of those have popped off and some of the glue went inside. Alright, so you just want to crook it back and forth. Okay? And with that, once that is there, you go ahead and take your DSP paper and we're going to attach it to give our card a pretty look. Phew, excuse me. Okay, the DSP paper is 1 3/4 by 2.5. All right, so there we go. Alright, so there's my box. I'm going to kind of set that aside and I'm going to take some Daffodil Delight cardstock and, oh, here we go. It's on the back. I'll take some Daffodil Delight and I'm going to stamp some beautiful little daisies. Oops. There we go. 6. I probably should have gone the other way because that's probably how the stamp goes. It is. Alright, put the Daffodil Delight away, clean the stamp, and I'm going to do the same thing with Pumpkin Pie. Let's see. Oh. I might have the right size piece. Shoot. All right. Clean that off, and we'll get to punching. Okay, so let's go ahead and get the punch out, and just line those up and punch them out. Look at that, perfect sized. All right, so now we know I'm slightly off on these, so we'll see if I can get these to work. All right. You can hear my girls bouncing around upstairs. All right, there we go. So we got that. Close that up. Bring that back. All right, I'm definitely going to want 2 and 2 for sure, if not more. But let's see where this goes. Alright, then I've got some of these little 1/2 inch pieces, and all I'm going to do is kind of third them up, and they're going to become stems for me. So, glue that onto a stem. Glue this on, and that's going to be way more than I want, but I'm going to start off by doing something like that, Okay. And then to really get these to sit in here really well, I will close this, kind of get them in the spot I want, and close them, and then as they kind of dry, this one I know I don't need it as tall, so I'll kind of cut it in half. I'll put that there, push it down, open it up. Probably this one I'll have a little bit of stem on. Okay, so I'll get that one like that, and then I'll get another orange. Oops. Okay, and then this one I'll probably just set in here. Like so. Then, oops. I'm gonna get to something else over here. Oh. Do some gorgeous grape. And then with the gorgeous grape, I want some of this 4-petal flower. And I'm gonna mix that in on this card. Let's see, do I have some more of those skinny pieces? Absolutely. Now what I do know I'm going to want for these is I'm going to want a little center, and I'm probably going to get the paper floral dies out to add those to there, but we're going to put some of those on there. Alright, so, hold on. Still kind of cleaning up my mess. I'll just set the cardstock down here on the ground. Out of the way. And I do want a little center on those. Let's see. But maybe I'm going to find them homes first before I center them. Put centers on them. Or, you know, take this back. Well, no, we're trying to make this easier. Okay, so looking, doing, put one there, and one here. I'll put one here. That might be enough. Okay. But they do need centers. That is very important. And I think what I will do, if I got 4 of them. Oh, I wonder. I already have these out. Might those work? And those actually might work. I like them. I'll have to go cut one more because I got 3. My next problem is glue those down. Okay, so I just have to take this one off, and I will need to die cut. Oh, I just ripped that. Alright, I need to die cut one more little black petal. So I'll be right back with that because I don't have any spare, but I'll go do that and be right back. Okay, so put that down. I'll glue that behind there, and we'll call it fairly well good. Alright, so now I've got my centers. Oh, see that one is popping loose, and because I didn't get that in well enough, so what I will do is I'll squeeze a little glue here and under here on, so I don't know if you can see that, but it's on the actual 1/2 inch cardstock, and then I'm going to just squish that. Okay, we're going to go squish, and then squish, and just give it a minute for it to take. And there we have, we'll have that. Alright, so there's my trash pile here, and this is my unused pile. You never know what inspiration you're going to need. Alright, that's not trash, that's inspiration piece. Alright, now I need my sentiment here. Heck no, I've got this other piece. I don't like it. I'm going to glue it between the two. I've got one more. I'm going to use it. I think I am. Okay, and I'm going to just glue it right between those two. Just like that. Okay, and I got, I want that one a little higher. Alright, so there we go, we have that, and all I really need to do to finish this off is stamp my sentiment. Okay, and from the Artistically Inked, I've got Best Wishes. that I will stamp on a piece of basic white cardstock when I can find it. And I'm going for Gorgeous Grape. And then I'll probably, so I got that, and then I'll probably put it around a yellow. And I'm going to use some circle dies. I'll bring those back here in just a sec, but I'll go cut those and be right back. Alright, I take that back. I'm going to use the double oval die. The circles were too big, or the second circle was going to be too big. And then get my double oval die in there. But then I can have Best Wishes on the front of the card. I love it when it all comes together. And just like that, you've got a fun, amazing little pop-up card. Look. And anybody who gets that in the mail, they're somebody special. It takes time, patience, and so much fun to make something like that. So you know you're loved if you ever get one of these. Alright, thank you so much for watching this video. If you would like any of the items I have demonstrated here for you today, you can shop my online store. That link is provided provided below. And if you keep scrolling, the shopping list of everything I've used, along with all the dimensions and scoring that you will need to make this card. Because I know as you watch, you don't always take that in. And then you're like, what did she say? As you write down, but you don't have to because that's at the bottom. I would love it if you could give thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. If you would like to give any comments, I would love to hear from you. Besides that, if you have any questions, you can put those in the comment section, or you can email me at bigskycards@gmail.com. That link is provided below. Then followed by, you want to make cards, but you don't want to put it all together. You don't have all the materials. You don't have the time, etc. I mean, that list could go on and on and on. You can check out my website, bigskycards.com, where you could purchase this as a card kit, and it would come as a set of 4 unless otherwise stated. I will make other sizes depending on the client. And you can make these all by yourself, and all you need is liquid glue. And I just use Memento Stampin' Up! Glue in a fine tip bottle. And even that, I can sell you that with the card kit. So check it out, inform me, bigskycards.com. And I forgot to tell you guys, the magic of this is that, guess what? It folds flat and it fits in a normal sized envelope. How amazing is that? We might want it this way. That might stick out less. See? Very minimal. Perfect. So, and no additional postage needed for a box of flowers to be sent. Thank you so much for watching. Happy stamping. Bye.